Welcome back. One last go around. All right, so section 4, this will be the last one for the unit. So, what are the benefits of natural hazards? There's actually many. We'll kind of talk about those individually when we get to each different unit, which deals with a different hazard. But let's just outline some here just to get your brain thinking, oh, wow, yeah, there are benefits to hazards. By no means is this the list of all benefits, just a quick handful of a few. Again, just to get your brain working on that level. Natural disasters, a good benefit, is that they provide people with a greater respect and appreciation for nature. You're going to respect the earth if you know it can harm you or kill you. So, way to go, nature. It gives communities a chance to improve infrastructure and reprioritize community needs after some sort of event may occur. Okay, well, this earthquake destroyed this building. How can we build it back better? Build it back better, more useful for the community. All right, so it does give a time to option to, I guess, reflect. Science surges with all the data that's gathered, more recently with the advent of all kinds of different computers and machines that gathers data during these events. So more discoveries can occur, which can make things like rescue, recovery, resilience possible in future crises. So again, science really just surges after these things with all the data and information. Also, natural disasters might have some positive ecological effects, some positives on the earth itself. For instance, even with all the bad from hurricanes and tropical storms, well, they might also help to distribute the earth's heat, which they do actually. Taking warmth from the places that are warm, redistributing that a little bit to kind of even things out. Wildfires, for as much as they burn and kill, they might also eliminate invasive plants, so burn out plants that shouldn't be there. Enrich soil with nutrients. When you burn material and that gets back into the dirt, it makes a much more rich soil and helps some seeds to sprout. There are some plants that require fire for their seed pods to open up to release their actual seeds. Some of the larger cone-bearing trees, not all, just a very few. But some plants need fire in order to reproduce. Flooding. For all the bad that it does, it could also supply nutrients and creates fertile soil needed for agriculture. A lot of farms are next to rivers, not only for water, but because those rivers periodically might flood, bringing nutrients to the ground and making that soil fertile for a period of time. Landslides. Bad stuff occurs, but sometimes that debris forms natural dams, creating lakes in mountain areas, creating new ecosystems. What about volcanoes? Nutrient-rich volcanic ash can settle on existing soil and quickly become incorporated, creating very fertile soil. Some of the best soil to grow certain things like grapes is volcanic soil. So if you're in an area where volcanic activity has occurred, a lot of ash has been pumped out of these things, as that mixes in with the soil, it creates very fertile soil, and actually what's needed for some species of plants. So there are a number of benefits. Again, this list is by no means every benefit from every natural hazard that's out there, but they each do have their kind of own niche and necessity that they fill. With the bad comes the good. And again, we'll talk about that for each different hazard as we go through the unit. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end. Before we go, though, I want to give you the super secret code. This code you may need for things in this unit to access certain things, lectures, assignments, what have you. So every unit in the videos, I will give you a super secret code. The code for this unit is 4321. 4321. That's the super secret code. 4321. You may need that if any point you're doing something in Canvas and it asks for an access code. 4321 for this unit. Not for all things, but the first thing that you'll encounter. Now, in future videos, I might give you the code all at once. It might be in the first video, it might be in the last video, it's somewhere in the middle. I might give you one number per video. I might give you a number and then later on tell you to do something to that, divide it by 2 or flip it around, and that's the code. It can be annoying. I get it. but it's a way to keep you honest, to make sure you're watching and paying attention to these videos. The reason being, when it comes to in-class stuff, when we're doing our activities and doing our lab stuff, you want to be with people in a group that you know have put in the same work that you have. So I'm forcing you to watch these videos, not only for the information, which we will utilize, but also for this super secret code. Because if you can't get that code and you can't finish the questions in the lecture, or you can't finish the assignment, then you can't play in lab. If you don't do everything beforehand, you can't do the things afterwards. So if at any point in any unit, if you're working on something and you're looking for and the code isn't working, you think you finished watching the lecture videos, you have the code, you go to put it in to finish something and it's not working, well, then that's not the code. Every once in a while I make a mistake. I get it. Please reach out to me if that truly you think there is an issue. But I guess the first thing you should probably do, if the code's not right, watch the videos again. Don't ask someone for help. That's academic dishonesty. Hey, can you tell me the code? No, that would be cheating. Both you and the person that gave you the code are in trouble. Watch the videos again. You didn't pay attention the first time. I'm not trying to trick you with these. I'm trying to keep you honest so that when it comes to class time stuff, you know that everyone that's with you has watched the lecture, has done the assignment to a point enough where they've paid attention, so you're surrounded by individuals that are just like you. You've put in that work. Everyone in your group has put in that work. If you didn't put in that work, you don't get to play. You have to do everything, in order in these. You have to watch the lecture, do the assignment, then the lab. If one of those things isn't done, then you can't get to the next thing. So again, the code, some students really like it, and they know the benefit of having their peers on the same level as them. There are some students that really hate the super secret code. Well, that's because those students are, I'm going to guess here, slacking, and they don't want to put in the work. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Find it. If you're watching the videos, watching and listening to these videos, this code is not an issue. No big deal. You're watching, you're listening, you're paying attention. Oh, let me write down the code. It just becomes an afterthought. If you're just trying to skip through the videos to find the code to get to the next thing, it shows. I'll know, it shows. Or if you give someone the super secret code, I'll know, it shows. There's plenty of things in Canvas. Academic dishonesty isn't just copying papers. There's a number of things there. So in any case, again, super secret code you'll need for something probably here momentarily. You'll find out after you watch these lectures and you try to kind of answer some questions based on this lecture. But again, in future units, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's going to be second nature as you're paying attention to these videos. Write down the code. If it's not working when you go to input it where you need to, watch the videos again. If you truly think there's an issue, then message me. I'm not perfect, but most likely it's something that you missed. Okay? So, that's all I got to say about that. So, after this lecture, I think for this first unit, I think there's just one question. And the question that you will need the super secret code to enter, you'll see how that works, is basically think about everything that you just heard and witnessed and paid attention to and learned. Of all that stuff, imagine sitting down to dinner with someone. How would you kind of explain what you just learned if someone said, oh, what'd you learn in geology today? Oh, I learned blah. I think for this unit, it's just that one question. Make sure you're following the requirements and the directions. If you have any questions or any issues, please let me know. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings the end to Unit 1 lecture. Until next time, Professor Kovach signing off. Bye-bye.